ourselves. Okay. So, is anybody on here and can anybody see us? Chris. And Turid. Hello. David.
It says how guys.
Hello,
I
Donna.
have how guys.
I'm watching Facebook. It appears that we're on. All right, so, woo! Teresa's already got one garbage bag ready to go to Goodwill.
Oh. Worth it. Way to go.
Are we gone?
Good.
No, now we're gone on Facebook. Now we're gone on YouTube.
No, we're on YouTube.
Now we're back on YouTube. Nope, we're gone.
For me, it's showing that we're...
Okay, YouTube, anybody give me a thumbs up if you can see us. We are having major technical issues today. Well, why isn't it
shows
working
it going
for me?
on here.
This says everything's working.
Okay, so according to Mike, everything's working.
Refreshers.
Not working in Idaho.
How do you get the live chat on here?
Hmm.
Oh, there we go. There's a button that says live chat. It's pretty obvious.
Let's see. Okay, Lisa says she's lost us.
Behind the
You
coffee
might be
pot.
looking at old information.
Penny has 2 bags.
Oh, Penny!
Good. Maybe we should do a contest
On who can get the most bags?
and have all of
can
our
get the most bags
viewers
by tomorrow.
send us a picture of the most stuff that they have, and we'll pick the person who has the most stuff and send them a set of books or something.
Sue would win.
You gonna enter, BJ?
That would be a good contest,
It
actually.
would be a good contest, yes.
It'd be...
qualify since I have like 2,500 of them to my access.
Oh, so you're not really interested in another book, huh, BJ?
What do you guys think about that? Should we...
Oh, Cousin Tammy's on.
Hello, Tammy. Oh, Tammy, you would win if you got that basement cleaned up.
Because you've seen it. Well,
Wow, good job, Adele.
She got bags too?
She's got 2.
Oh my goodness, you guys are on a roll.
We should have everybody take a picture of their bags and whoever has the most in a week.
So, like, do a contest where,
make
like...
a montage of them.
a montage
Yeah,
of
we
bags.
should.
Wow, you guys are doing good.
And Sylvia wants to know if you'll autograph it. Yes, Mom will autograph it. I'll have her autograph it before she leaves on Tuesday.
Sorry, YouTubers, I'm not on there today.
Yeah, Dave's not on YouTube
Dave's
today.
not with you,
I'm on
YouTubers.
Facebook
Oh,
this
okay,
time.
now it looks like we're working on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, I apologize, guys. Oh, brother. Today is the day.
Germany, we got Germany on here too. Wow.
Yes.
They're all
And...
over.
Yes. No, maybe. Okay, can anybody else see us on YouTube? It looks like we're on, so give me a thumbs up or something if you can, please.
I can see us. Should I thumbs up?
You can see us, well, thumbs up us then. All right.
Wait, can you thumbs up on YouTube?
Yes, I wrote, hi guys, this is Dave, because I'm commenting.
Oh, Sylvia
on...
says she'll meet you in the book for the book in Kansas.
Oh.
Should I?
Oh, Turid, it's only 3 hours from New Year's. Happy New Year!
Almost.
Scramble.
Wow. Okay, how's the weather? The weather is beautiful today. It is nice and sunny.
A little bit cooler, but still nice.
Turid,
Yeah.
Norway.
Norway?
Yeah. Okay, today we are talking about organizing paperwork with Mom. So, Mom is the author of Penny Pinch and Mama, 500 Ways I Saved $500 a Month, and the Dining on a Dime Cookbook with me, 1,200 recipes and tips to cut your grocery bill. Oh dear, now everybody wants to do a Kansas meetup with you.
Yeah.
Whoa, she's
Canvas
got
could be-
6 contractor bags.
Oh
What?
my goodness.
How
Oh,
big
you
are
guys,
those?
I can't believe you're
Okay,
doing
guys,
so good.
take your pictures, and at the end of the week on January 7th, whoever has the most stuff, and if you want to take stuff and get it away, you can send me like 4 or 5ve pictures, and I'll give
That
I'll do
is cool.
Send it
I'm
to
so
us.
excited.
See, you inspire everyone. Okay, so
a
David
Kansas
trade places
meetup,
with
huh?
Dad now, so he can monitor. Please say goodbye to everyone.
Bye, people.
So, good job, Susan. Mike is going to be monitoring on the phone and the iPad because we're trying to figure out issues with
I'm monitoring YouTube. So.
phone usage and tablet usage with our streams. Not that Mike's in the mood to do that
Why don't you paste the
today.
link in for me so I can see how it doesn't click?
And good job, Kathy's moving, so she's getting her paperwork organized. And also, back to YouTube, if we get any trolls, several of you I have moderators, I don't know.
Dave's on there too now.
Dave's
Each
on
dog wants
there.
to know who is Sue you're always talking to.
Sue is usually on YouTube, and she is our viewer from
England.
England who came to visit us yesterday. Her and her husband Peter are just hilarious.
We had more fun.
They are so cool.
You know, we
So,
have
yeah.
good viewers. I know I say that all the time, but we got the sweetest
Yeah,
viewers. So.
we do. So, okay, so I am posting in a link here for our books because Mike is testing. And here it is, dear. Okay, so, and you can buy our books while you're at it. Help us bring in a good new year, please. Oh, got a headache.
Oh, I know.
Okay, I hope we're with it today because we don't really feel like it realize it. April didn't realize how much her family would holler if she was throwing out all her stuff and they're hollering at her for throwing out all her stuff. Well, just sing "Let It Go," April, as they're doing that. Just let it go, let it go. I need to fly the floor again. Okay,
Really?
so
Find the floor again, yeah.
we
Or
are
the desk or the table.
talking about
My underwear.
Dave's underwear. We need to find Dave's underwear.
Christine. You can buy our Dining on a Dime right here. I just put a link in. And Penny Pension Mama. Happy New Year's, Diane. Yes, Penny is right. They will be thankful when your house is decluttered.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They're, oh, Penny, we were going to take a picture for you, but there we go.
Thank you, Penny.
We love our hats.
Oh, they're so cute. Those
You
are
did a
really
good job. Okay, a paper hoarder is Jenna. Yes. So, I didn't get mine on all the way, but that's okay. All right. Karaoke night. Yes.
Hi,
Yes. Penny
everyone.
said she's going to try and see us in Denver on our way to Las Vegas from Michigan. I'm not sure how that's going to work, Penny. But she's convinced it's going to work somehow. So.
Let us know as soon as possible.
Okay, Debbie, are you on a phone? Because we are going to, we're trying to see on our links and stuff, so.
Chris
Okay.
says I'm looking like Papa Smurf.
Actually, I like it on you.
Yeah,
Well, you
it
need to
does
pull
look
it down a
good.
little
Yeah,
bit more.
it
It
does
looks
look
so
good.
strange hanging up over your ears. But. Craft supplies. Yes, April, don't hoard craft supplies.
No.
No. Hello,
And
Liz.
Can I say a thing real quick on craft supplies and yarn and fabric and stuff? Our church does scarves and hats. We do knitting and crocheting to give away to homeless shelters and places like that. If you've got way too much craft supplies and different materials like that, call a church, call someplace, because people can be using that just like the clothes, you know, that you have hanging in your closet we talked about last night. You know, see if they can use some of your yarns and stuff, and they'll be going to some place good that people that can use
And
them.
also, guys, here's another one.
What's on Dad's arm?
He's hurt his arm really bad, so he's got a brace trying to get it fixed. I'm putting a link here for Big Family Homestead.
Big family.
And their daughter, Claire, is doing hats for vets.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a lot of yarn or you crochet or something like that, they are making hats for veterans. And they're sending them to veterans and they're taking them to the VA hospitals and that kind of thing.
Check. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And that would be a great way to use up the extra yarn and still have your craft.
And if you have fabric, go to your quilt guild, your nearest quilt guild. They take fabric and make vets, the quilts
and
for
stuff,
vets
yeah.
and stuff. And like if there's a tornado, hurricane, they give quilts, charity quilts, or that type of thing.
Yes.
Way.
So,
And Vicky loves Big Family Homestead.
yay! Big Family Homestead. We love them. Brenda says her and her husband tackled their closet yesterday and it was just plain scary. It's under the closet and it's so deep. It feels so good to purge all that monstrosity to help her with her husband's help.
I am so glad. It does
And we
feel
inspired
good.
her. Yay!
It does feel good. I try to tell everybody there's not another feeling like it. It's just like something lifts off of you, and yes, BJ, it does. So you can get down and clean your closet now.
Speaking of which, you're not leaving for your New Year's Eve party until you get 3 more boxes down there done.
You're purging 3
All
more
my
boxes.
done yesterday.
Whoa.
What's all that stuff still down there?
Someone else's stuff.
See, done good, Mom.
Now we're having an argument over whose stuff it is.
It's okay. We'll just
Okay.
throw away that laptop that's in German. Oh, wait, what? On the pool table.
All right.
Hope Zoe's not watching.
Today, Mom is... I did post the link, Kimberly. If you're on a mobile device, they aren't working very well. That's what Mike is testing over here.
We're told that Facebook doesn't let you click the links until after
After
the
the
live show. But
show.
we're trying to figure out if that's really something that can't be overcome.
Yeah, so Mike's trying to see if we can fix that.
But
Yeah.
for today, it's still that way. I'm just looking at it to see what it's doing so I understand.
Okay, so organizing paperwork. Let's get on this job. Oh,
We're
Teresa's already
stunned.
got a baggage full going to the Goodwill too.
Oh my
Good
goodness.
grief, guys.
You guys, that is amazing.
Good show.
Oh my.
Okay.
That's
I
good.
got my video on it.
Yeah. My son just did a minimalizing video too. I'll have to
Oh yeah, put his
I'll
link
have
up.
to put BJ's on there too. Let's see, what's your name?
007.
007K. That's who he is. And I'll find his link to his to his minimalist.
Life.
Okay, paperwork, Mom. Sorry.
Paperwork. Oh. Okay, now that you got bags out of your closet, today you can do your paperwork. Actually, the thing about paperwork is 2 things. You have got to mostly stop having paperwork come into your house as much as possible. Now I'm kind of different because I've got no debt. So because of that, I only have like 4 bills that come in a month, 4 to 5 bills. I have very little paperwork that I have to deal with because I pay cash and I don't have a lot of credit cards and bills like that.
And how many credit cards do you have, Mom?
I have 1 and then a second backup. That's it. And so I don't have a lot of paperwork. You can do that. If you have magazines you're not reading, stop the subscriptions. If you have magazines for 3 or 4 months back sitting by your chair, if you haven't read those, you're not going to read this month's. Just be brave and get rid of it. Now, I'm going to be talking about piles of paper on your desk, on your countertop, on your table. Yes, Dave?
Carol Etchoff says, I got 8 bags to the homeless shelter.
8
Woo!
bags?
8. That's the largest.
All right.
Oh,
We'll send them to
my.
us, Guy, editor at livingonadime.com.
Send the
Pictures?
pictures.
Send your pictures, and whoever sends me the pictures of the most stuff, and make it legit, guys. Please don't cheat.
We're trusting you here.
And also,
We know when you're cheating.
I hate to interrupt, Mom. I'm sorry, but we're gonna answer all your questions. I'm taking the questions right now, and Mom's gonna answer everything, or me too, at the end. So we're gonna get through the paperwork right now, and then we'll answer your
questions.
other questions also. So we won't ignore you.
So the second thing, besides limiting what you bring in, is to just do it. You've got to stay on top of it and just do it. Why we get the piles is we hate doing that job, so we procrastinate.
And why do we hate doing that job? Because it always gets out of control because we don't stay on top of it.
Exactly. So you just have to stay on top of these piles. Now I'm going to kind of work backwards here. And instead of telling you exactly how to get rid of the piles first, I'm going to work backwards. When you bring the mail in, take it over and walk over to your trash can. I mean, don't even lay the mail down. Walk to your trash can. throw the envelope, the mail, open it all up, throw the envelopes they came in away if you don't need them. The garbage, they always send that junk stuff in with your bills and things like that. That can go into the trash. Instantly, you probably have gotten rid of half of the paperwork that came in your mail or more, especially if you get a lot of junk mail. Just put it in the trash. Then I keep a spot in my kitchen. It may be your desk. If it's in your office, immediately go in there. I know the kids are going to be hollering at you or needing you for something, but walk in there while you're talking to them. I tear off the bottom of the bill, and I put my receipt in a small pile, and I put the bill with its envelope, and then right there I have it on my kitchen table. You may have it in another spot. I have a napkin holder, and that's where I set my bill. By that napkin holder, I have stamps, my address labels, a pen, and my checkbook. So then later on in the evening or first thing the next morning, I immediately write the check out and get that envelope all ready to go and put in the mail the next day. I know you guys love putting off paying your bills for 30 days or even having the grace period. Yay. But what happens is you keep this stuff around. You need to shift it and get it out of the house. You should have your bank statement under control and your money under control enough that if you have to pay a bill that next day, you can pay it. And you need to get to the I know most and spot and deal with it.
Or not.
Looks like we might be getting
Thank you, Angelina, for sharing it, if you can hear me.
Yeah, YouTube just isn't getting anything.
Okay, so I think we're back on, so go
Facebook
ahead.
Should be
Are we back on?
I think we're back again.
You're back on Facebook, but YouTube is playing.
So I pay mine instantly. Now, if you need to, you can go and together. If you're married, I suggest, usually there's one, have to wait
minutes and answer your questions because I told you guys we'd answer leaving or stuff that you think are.
If you got a whole bunch sitting there mingled together, getting dirty and dusty, you can't pick any one up and show out and showcase it. So it's better to keep them, down to a minimum. Next question.
Kim says, I'm reading America's Cheapest Family right now. Do you follow any of them? Actually, I don't follow them because we know them. And they are very cool. So we actually know Steve and Annette just from our business stuff. We ended up getting to know them that way. And they really do practice what they preach, kind of like us. Mm-hmm. So, yep, they're really cool. Lisa, I need help getting rid of all the paper and supplies in my classroom. I always think I might need them and I don't want to purchase them again.
You mean supplies
Probably
like your school,
stuff.
your school supplies and stuff like that. Once again, I would get a realistic idea of what you might, if you think you're going to need them again, get a realistic idea. If you have like stacks of paper this tall, how long would it take you to actually use that amount of paper? Maybe you only need this much realistically. So get a good idea of what you really need. If you have like 50 pens, maybe you could get by with 25 or something like that. Ooh. And then, like I said again, box half of them away, keep them for 6 months. And if you're finding you're not using that, then you can go ahead and get rid of them.
Are we back on YouTube again?
Yeah, it's back on YouTube. And Jody Croate, I don't know how to say that, says you're back. Hi from Niagara Falls in Canada.
Oh,
hello.
Wow.
Niagara Falls.
Okay, so guys, we're just going to dump the paperwork show today since we've already messed it all up. And we'll just sit here and answer questions. Is that okay? How's the anti-anxiety pills working there?
You finished off the bottle of them yet, Michael?
This is what live shows do to Michael. Yes, Deborah, you can box up your scale. You will know if you're losing weight by your pants getting looser.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
for scale, that's good.
Okay, so now one thing, Becky says, don't box them up. Give them to the Goodwill or someone who will use them. But here's the deal on that. We always get people saying, oh, you can't throw out good stuff. Yes, you can. If it is going to if you are not going to get it to the thrift store or get it to those people, you need to get it out of your house. It
Yes.
is okay to throw it away if you cannot get it there. Now, if you are sure you're going to take it to the thrift store or Goodwill, that's fine.
Do that. And
But-
when I say box it up, I just kind of have box it up temporarily so that she could, like with the school supplies, so that she could get an idea, am I going through this stuff quickly enough, or am I not going to need that stuff that's in the box? And then she can take it and give it to the thrift store.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, did you already see Teresa asking about how long to keep groceries?
yes, Teresa, I'm getting to that just a second. Let me get the other ones and then I was going to get that one. April says, whenever I find a recipe in a magazine, I snap a picture of it and save it to the back of I save it to my bank of backup drives. That way I don't have to have 5 million magazines lying around. Pretty much any paperwork and such I have gets put on a hard drive. The only problem with that, April, is how do you find it when you want it? That's what I'm wondering.
Now, as far as that goes, and even if you want to, I just rip it out. And I have one file. I guess we're going to deal with paperwork next week or tomorrow or Monday.
We could
but
show them. We'll do it again. Why
I have a couple of these file things like this where I keep them out in the open, and I'll have like a file for magazines, for decorating, for food or recipes, and I do that. And so then I just rip it out of the magazine and throw it in there. And you know what? I've had files that I've had for like 30 years. I went through them the other day. I didn't use most of them. I just finally tossed them. So don't keep them that long.
And this is my paperwork, just so you guys can see. This is my paperwork system. So I have living on a dime receipts, personal receipts, to do,
And stuff to be filed.
which honestly I haven't opened all year. I have Emily's receipts, and then I have to be filed. So what I do is if there's something that needs to be filed, I throw it in the filed thing, and then once a month or so I'll go through and file it. My personal receipts, these are things that are like shoes and weed eater and stuff like that. I'll keep them in here for a year, and then I'll file them after a year for the warranty. Living on a dime receipts, we go through this, and this is our taxes for the year. And then Emily's receipts I have to keep because we have to keep her stuff separate.
And
so,
are we going to go through that then at all?
oh, I thought we just did.
Well, no, I didn't know if we were doing more paperwork then. Are we going to do more paperwork?
Well, we were going to do the whole show on
Oh,
Monday,
okay,
but
so
I
I'll
was
wait. I was
kind
just
of
going to say
showing-
add more to this, but that's okay.
Go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say, if you'll notice, she's got them, we use these because they're vertical. Don't lay things down horizontal. Another thing is, I like these better because they're sitting out in the open. If you have a file cabinet, I have a file box, but I leave the lid open on my file box because you wouldn't think it, but psychologically, if you have to pull that drawer open of a file, on a file cabinet and put something in there, chances are you'll lay it on the desk first. Where this, with it sitting right there on the desk, it's much faster just to slip it in. That's what I was going to say.
And that's what I do.
So that's why this type of method works so well.
Just a second. Mike. I can't get this control.
Wait, what?
So,
Here?
yeah.
You sure?
Yes, dear. I'm sure.
HDA says they do all checks and stuff online. They don't mail checks.
Yeah, so we do our stuff online, although Mike has found that it doesn't really help to do it online
Because
because
you
they
can't
keep
find.
well, they keep sending us paperwork, even though he does everything online. It's
Oh, a lot of you mean the bills?
not saving us on paperwork.
A lot of the bills
so-
I've told them to go paperless, and so then they bill us online and everything, but they still send us the paper bills anyway.
Yeah, and so someone asked us, well, Mike's trying to figure out this problem here, right there. Nope. Yeah.
Just this comment.
The whole person.
Oh, there's not a.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. There. Hold on, guys. We're having a little
Who
issue
is
here.
this?
I don't know, but he's being a real dork.
They were posting normal comments.
Let's see. Who was that? What were we talking about?
I
My
don't know.
brain went out of my head. We were talking about online stuff. I can't remember.
Online mailing systems and stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't really save us paperwork. Don't you agree?
The paperless?
Yeah.
Well, some of them, if I have eventually gotten some of them to stop sending me the bills, but others still do. But I just don't even open the bill and I just throw it right in the trash.
Yeah, that's the secret. Just throw out what you can.
Actually, I guess I open it and make sure that it's not some other thing. But as soon as I see it's the bill I already paid, I just check it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very cozy.
Actually, something else is we get some of our mail at the post office and some at the house. And what I love at the post office is there's a recycle bin next to a table there.
Oh.
So I walk over there and I open everything that I know isn't junk mail. The junk mail, I just throw it right in the recycling. But the other stuff, I open it and then I take all the things out that aren't exactly what I need.
Get
Yeah.
all that junk out, yeah.
Okay, so the next question is Teresa wants to know how long to keep grocery receipts.
Well,
don't.
I don't keep them,
Yeah.
unless I have something a little bit odd and very expensive. But I don't keep them because you're going to eat them up within the week. If you want to keep them for 1 week, but usually most of those groceries are gone then. And I have had a few things that I've had to take back to the grocery store, and it helped. But I usually don't keep them more than a week, and I just toss them.
I keep a few more of mine just because we do cooking shows and write cookbooks. So I actually
She has to for the business.
I actually take my groceries off my taxes, but my personal groceries, 9 times out of 10, I tell the store clerk to just throw it away there. So I'm not cluttering up my wallet and it's not even coming around me.
Wait, are you talking about receipts?
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny because I used to save all the gas receipts, and we discovered we couldn't write off the mileage on the car unless it hit a certain threshold, and it was never hitting that threshold. So now I just tell the thing, don't even give me the receipt.
Yeah, I never get a receipt for gas or anything
Because
like
then
that.
it just shuffles around on my desk until
Yeah.
eventually I
That's part of what I say. Get rid of as much of the paperwork coming in the house as what you can.
Yeah.
Angie checks grocery receipts right away.
Chuck
Yeah.
some, yeah,
Just
yeah.
chuck them right away. That's what I would do. And
we
if
only
you don't
save
want
them
to
for things that we might have to return, and other than that, we don't.
Yeah, and if you're uncomfortable throwing them away at the grocery store, bring them home and just put it in your grocery sack. Not even put it in your wallet. Just put it in your grocery sack and toss it with your grocery sacks if you don't reuse them, or put it straight in the trash.
Like if you buy a $2,000
So
computer, obviously you're gonna want. a
yeah,
receipt for
you
that.
know, like big things we save it, but not other things like that. Patricia wants to know.
Where to recycle magazines? Or-
Yeah, how do you recycle magazines? And Jenna answered, take them to nursing homes and my aunt lives in Section 8 housing where it's older people, what do you
Sometimes
call it?
hospitals will
Yeah.
take them, doctors' offices. And if you want to just
Our
totally
thrift
get
store
rid of
takes them.
yeah, you can take them to the library. A lot of times the libraries will take them. You can take them to thrift stores. And then if you just want to get rid of them, if they're just really old, you can take them to a paper recycling place. But you know, if you're really in the overwhelmed with paperwork, and I don't want you to lose your momentum. So if you need to, for this moment, toss them, and then at another time when you have everything under control, you can start recycling again. You know.
Yeah, Jenna, we took care of the troll. Thank you. So April says when she scans her stuff, she has lots of categories like homework, school, and then under home she has recipes, organizations, etc. And then everything is searchable with tags. Okay, well I can see that. Yeah. So Lisa says,
Well, I'm
ahead.
sorry. Take our ideas. You got to find a system that'll work really good with you. You know, I love the colored file folders. That works really great for me. For you, you might like the dangling files. You know, if you find you're going to put them in there, do it. If you're not using that system's not working for you, so you need to check out some other idea.
yeah. Lisa says, I've heard to throw away clothes if you haven't worn them for a year, but sometimes I rediscovered a top that I haven't worn over a year and was happy that I was able to wear it again. So this is confusing to me.
I never do that. I don't throw things away that I haven't worn for a year. And because I'm like you, sometimes I can go with some of my outfits and I'll miss a season wearing them, but I wear them all the time the next season. So I just kind of I know my clothes well enough. I've got my closet down well enough that I know them. And if I have something that I know I've gone a year or 2 years and I just don't like it anymore and it's just hanging there, then I get rid of it. If I love it and I like it, I'm not really, and I haven't worn it for a bit, I'm not going to get rid of it because it's something that I might actually start wearing again. So I don't really go along with that. You're right. It is, I don't go along with that year thing because I have a lot of things that I drag out again and reuse. So
I love your hat, Penny.
And Dave is loving your hat.
loves
Here,
your
come
hat,
show her.
Penny. He's got to sit.
I
Come
know.
show her.
What do I look like?
Dave
You
has
look
had
pretty
this on the
handsome.
whole time.
Looking pretty good there, dude.
Ah.
Happy New Year, Barb. I'm glad you're making hamburger soup. That sounds kind of good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Melissa, clarify please on what do you mean? What do you have to save for taxes or for home receipts or what? And Tasha says, I have a container for everything that's taxes. So Tasha, you can see here, this is all our tax information. And then we have a file cabinet folder for other things also. But all this is our tax stuff.
Yes.
But that's the trick for taxes, guys. Don't make
Well,
it so hard.
Yeah, I was going to say, look how easy this is. There's anything you can, and I thought we were going to do this Monday, so that's why I didn't do more.
Yeah.
But you can Google and say, what do I need to keep for taxes, for personal taxes, or what do I need to keep for business taxes? They have tons of lists out there that you can use. Read 2 or 3 of them and use, get your list together, what you need to save. You can write down on a piece of paper or you can make folders up for exactly what you need. But it's so simple with the file folder. You make this one file folder, then come tax season, all what they have to do is that I had separate folders for ours because we had a huge amount. But either way, just throw it in a file folder and then every 6 months or at the end of the year for taxes, then you sort through it again and get rid of more. That way you'll know more of what you can get rid of. It's just keep it simple. Don't make it complicated. You don't need to do a whole lot of
So Catherine says she keeps her gas receipts until she goes through her bank statement because one time they charged her $119 in gas instead of the $19. My personal receipts folder here, I would just keep another one that says go through bank and just dump all your things that can be tossed every month. Put your new receipts at the front, your new receipts at the back. Your old
Fold in the
receipts are
front.
at the front, so then you can just, as you put the new ones in, take out the old ones just once a month or whatever. Just
Yeah.
make it super
and
simple.
you can decide, do I want to keep these for a month till I get my credit card receipt, or do I want to keep them for 6 months? It's not that too hard.
Yeah, Autumn says be careful throwing away unopened bills. I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, I
sometimes
said I
there's
said
a
I don't usually
rebate.
open them, but I do actually open them. What I don't open is offers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get some insurance company wanting you to go.
Yeah.
With them.
If it looks like a bill or a
Yeah.
general notice from a company we actually do business with,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but offers.
Oh,
I
yes,
just throw
Dave.
those.
Yes, we still do mail checks a lot. Yes.
H-Star says, I don't mind paper in, but I never do paper out, so it saves on stamps.
Yeah, you can do it all online, and that will save. Yeah, that will save you.
I also, our grocery store, I can drop the bills. They have a box where I can drop the bills on and I don't have to use stamps, and that's what I use a lot.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Can't you pay online? Yeah, some people prefer to pay online. Some people prefer to do checks. That's just up to you.
That's
it
why I
just
say
doesn't
pick
matter.
the system that works the best. And if whatever system you do pick, if it's not working, if you find clutter happening, then you need to look into something else, to another system.
Yep.
And I've kind of switched a lot of our payments to online, although a lot of them, if they're small amounts, I don't usually like them to automatically take the money out.
Yeah.
So I typically will have them send an email saying it's ready, and I'll just go click pay.
Yeah. So, Mama Four says, why does Jill have to go home? I'm liking these videos. And H-Daw says, what's on the arm?
Oh, I already answered that.
I have tennis elbow, and I'm trying to make it go away. So
Pallavi Sijara? I don't know if that's how you say it. says, "Hello, what did I miss? My husband doesn't believe that I actually speak to you people and you respond."
Yeah, we do, don't
Well,
we?
if he's
We're here,
standing
Pallavi.
there,
Tell him hi
tell
from
him
us.
we said hi. Okay, let's see. What do we have? So Melissa Cunningham said, "What do I have to save?" And I'm not sure. I think she's meaning
For taxes. That's where I say, if you have an accountant, ask your accountant to give you a specific list. If you don't have an accountant, that's where I said you can either call the IRS, which I would do immediately because closer to April 15th, you can't get through. So call the IRS, or else you can Google it online. Just say, what do I have to keep for personal taxes, or what do I have to keep for business taxes? And they'll probably pull a list, several lists of places you can go to check it out. And I would check out 2 or 3 places and then consolidate that list. Usually, for personal, well, it
If
would be
you-
easier if you just look at the list because then you can adapt it to what you need.
Yeah, and if you do your own taxes, it might be more obvious. Like if you itemize your taxes, the things you would put on there, which tends to be like house mortggage. And we used
Sometimes
to do
medical and
medical if it's
contributions.
over a traumatic portion of, or it has to be over like 10
Yeah,
or 15% of
that-
your whole year income.
That's why it's better to look it up because there's little details
Yeah.
like that you can find out.
Because we found that a lot of those things we were saving, we weren't not able to write them off. And so
Yeah.
when we had saved them in boxes for 15 years.
Yeah.
So Lisa says you don't have to accept all the paperwork for each prescription bag. Tell them you don't want it into shred. That's
yeah,
a good idea.
yeah, that's really good.
And Janine said she stopped at Walmart at 1 a.m. and Jenna,
Oh no, Janine.
I think
No,
it's Janine, and that her 2 payday candy bars were $4.27 each. Yeah, I really check as everything is being rung up. I turn the thing so I can see it and make sure
Yeah.
everything is rung up correctly.
Watch.
All the time stuff gets rung
It
up
happens. So
incorrectly.
you have to watch while they're ringing it up. And
Shelly says, my husband is so bad at throwing away any receipts. He saves everything and this drives me crazy. That's fine. Just get him a box and let him throw it all in that little box. You can make it pretty if you don't want to look at it. And then each year you can just start stacking the boxes somewhere in the basement or the
No, in
garage.
his area.
in his man cave.
Well, that's what I'm saying, in his garage or
Man
whatever.
cave.
And he can start making a desk out of the boxes.
I'm in the attic. Forcing
Let's
you to do all
see. Yeah, Penny, I'm sure everyone would have loved to have
No,
seats. Heat eater, you might need a warranty or a refrigerator.
But the thing is, that's why I say get that list. People are keeping way. You don't have to bill the electric bill, all that. You usually don't have to keep welfare months
Of your
your
heat
bills.
bill
Your
and your house
bills
payment.
to show that you're living in that house. But other than that, you don't need to keep all of those things. And so that's why I say you've got to get your list because people are keeping probably 10 times the amount of paper.
Itemizing your medical. If you're not itemizing your medical,
You don't need-
But
need
itemize the
to.
medical. You have to check to be sure online. So, like, say you make $100,000 a year, you'd have to have $10,000 or $20,000 out of pocket in medical before you can write off any of it. So, liver transplant, it's usually not going to be anywhere near that amount.
Another thing
So
too
then you can't
is
write off the medical at all.
you can usually don't be panicking if you accidentally throw something away. If you pay with a credit card or a lot of this stuff places, and nowadays they keep it in the computer, and you can really get a lot of.
Yeah, we've bought a lot of stuff at Home Depot, and I went in one day with the giant wad of receipts to return something, and they said, if you have the card you bought it on, you don't need the receipt.
Yeah,
So I got to where I just started using one specific card for every purchase from that store. So now if
Yeah.
I take it back, I don't
yeah,
don't
so
even care where the
they
receipt
have
is.
these for you now, so we don't need to panic as much. What if I don't have it for IRS or something? You can usually get them.
Yeah, guys, our troll is blocked, but apparently he's trying to friend some people. Please ignore it and just block it. So go ahead, Dave.
Sin Bobber says the lasers jump and overcharge me all the time at the cash register.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah. Also, when you go in to buy something, if you have a general idea in your mind of what you're going to be spending that day, if you go to Walmart and you think I'm good at two.
Yeah. Stay.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. Oh.
We need to do
And my
Tasha, how did you-
grandkids want me to say.
How did you get over your tennis elbow? Mike's had it for a while.
I had it years ago, and it took a long time to get over it. So,
Yeah.
but this is one of the things that seems to help.
So, yes,
I
Jack?
thought you were pointing at your mother-in-law.
Oh, this is one of the things that seems to help.
Huh?
I'm just wondering when you're gonna.
Jack's
When we're
asking
gonna be
questions.
It's so odd.
This is
Yeah.
in a few minutes. All right, go back to your nap, Jenna.
Thanks, Jenna.
Okay,
Hope
so
you're
that looks
feeling
like.
better,
Does anybody
Jenna.
else have any questions on Facebook? Let's see what we got.
Jenna.
Jenna, I think. Let's see. Laberon. Hello. Phone charge. Really don't. I mean, if to work for you, as soon as you check the whole chunk out.
Right now, and I would sort to save in the files and put it there and stuff, or toss it in the trash. But I would, or if it's too.
Penny, I'm.
Penny says that when it misbehaves for her, when it's catching up, it's
I go.
totally.
So Tasha says for her tennis elbow, she used wintergreen and copa baya essential oils, and also did gentle exercise.
Dad, you
Yeah.
can't play league
So what are you
now.
gonna do for work now?
You can't play league now.
And in and out paper for school papers, as Melissa said, helps for parents, kids who forget to give them important papers. Yeah, that's true. Oh boy, don't even get me started on school papers. As a matter of fact, I pretty much skipped all of December. I missed all the
Dude, you
Santa
should've
giveaway.
seen-
I missed the Pioneer Day.
Oh man, I had to tell the school to stop sending me email because I was getting like 7 messages a day.
So they go from sending us 7 messages a day to sending us no messages. And then we missed everything. I don't know what the schools need to do to get their act together, but
School that my email address didn't exist anymore because they just wouldn't stop sending me.
okay. How was our thrift store?
We didn't do too well. We did do bad, but go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Before our thrift stores things, Heather has one question. I just now am joining. Have you discussed medical papers? I have a special needs son and I seem to get buried in medical paperwork. So that can be really hard because I have the same problem.
In that case, you probably need to keep it too.
Yeah, in that
Yeah.
case, you probably need to keep it. What I would do is sort your medical papers by year then and keep everything in a manila envelope like this for each
I would
year.
put everything in a file folder, and after that
yeah.
folder gets so full, or like in 6 months, then sort them through
Yeah.
either by doctors or by years or whatever
Way you
yeah,
think. And
and then
also,
put them in the manila folder.
also, if you have certain paperwork that you have to keep every time you go to a new doctor or something, just keep that
That's
paperwork
separate.
going to doctor paperwork or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. So, okay. Our
Yeah.
thrift stores, fine.
Well, tell them how much we totally spent. Was it
Well, I have no
$14?
idea how much we spent.
I thought it was 14.
Oh, it was just $14 this time. So for $14, I got a nice new coat. Now I know I just got a nice new coat last year, but it got some rips.
But this is really
Well, I
cute
got a
and
really
it's warm.
Nice new coat, and this was, let's see, how much was this? This was $9.50 for this, okay?
And then I've got a pair of corduroy pants, which was $3.50, which is a little more than I normally spend for pants, but I'm getting desperate, so
And
$3.50 for my
BJ's a
pants.
new t-shirt for $2.50, and then, is this yours or Ellie's?
It's mine.
Oh, Mom's got this shirt for $2.50.
And again, I usually spend 99, but Tara's, her
But
place
you
is a
can
little bit
try
more
it on.
expensive, and you can take them back if they don't work, and I'm having a hard time finding them, so.
Yeah.
Well, we got all of this for $14.
So it was all $20. It was $20.24, and I had a $5 coupon if you bought $20 or more.
So,
And no, I did not add it up to make sure it was $20.24. It just happened that way. So, yeah, Melissa, my messages never come out of the backpack either for the kids. And finally, I've gotten to the point where I just have to tell the kids they're responsible for letting me know. We missed Pioneer Day. We missed Secret Santa Day for Jack's class for both of them. Life goes on, and I'm not going to worry about it.
Well, it's funny because the school has gone from getting a lot of complaints that they didn't communicate with anyone to inundating us so much that we can't look so many.
Why do we have to have a 15-course holiday party? It's ridiculous. We used to have a thing of cookies for our party, and that was it. And now Jack's Christmas party last year, holiday party last year, there was like 20 different foods. It was ridiculous. So I've just gotten to the point where I just ignore most of it. I'll be perfectly honest.
That's like a lot of things with paperwork or anything else. We've made things so complicated. Then we get overwhelmed, and this is what happens.
Yeah, simpler is better.
Yeah.
Everybody loves my coat.
It's funny because with one of our kids, I kept asking the teacher, can you just send me a message if there's a problem with him in the class? Because we get these newsletters that are like 6 or 7 pages long multiple times a day. And a lot of times different teachers share the same one, but it's hard to tell it's the same one. So.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Okay, so let's see. What do we... HDA says to do Botox for your tennis elbow. Huh.
They could. I think one time before they gave me a cortisone shot. But I know they can't do that too much, or it'll mess it up worse.
So YouTube, they're saying YouTube is still going on and off. So
yeah.
I don't know.
I checked and they had to refresh it. No one's complaining about it.
Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Jill is wonderful. Thank you for your wisdom.
Why do you
She's
say
not.
that sarcastically, daughter of mine?
Nan, you still need to make me
You don't, I?
your evil.
Yeah, it just depends on where you live, Angie, for your
It
tax
does.
laws. So, what?
When we started it.
When you're done, DJ.
You left really early last time.
All right.
Come on, seriously.
Don't go to sleep, BJ.
Okay. Oh. I start keeping organized, then things start getting pushed in different folders, then I get mixed. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not working for you, also,
I organize my tips. Ha, I don't. It's
I would rubber band a whole manuscript together or a whole section is how I would do it. That first started doing the cooking and writing, everything a bit more complicated than now.
Mother, may say hi to your husband. If so, hi.
Hi. Do we have
Yes, we do talk to her.
We do.
Oh, maybe it's Pallavi? I don't know. Yes, we do respond. Okay, let's see. Is there a picture of Jill's gingerbread man picture? Dave, can you hand the gingerbread man right there?
Give us a bag of cookie money.
It's a big one.
Bring the
These
big
are
one.
the little ones.
These are the little guys. Can you hand the big one, Dave? There's the little guys,
Little
if you can
ones.
see them.
I don't know if you can see them.
Goodbye, Tasha. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
And
Tasha.
I don't have the little girls. I love the little girls because I do them in a red dress and everything. Boy, this guy's, he's gotten smashed mouth. He's been from Kansas to Colorado, and kids have thrown him around, but you get the idea.
Thank you, Bonnie. Bonnie works
Can
for
you
the
have it? We'll have to ask BJ.
Bonnie works for the school system and agrees with us. Oh, they've just made it so ridiculously complicated.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Penny, no, that's fine. You can chat with me later this evening. Jill, was when things got out of work and you didn't know where to start.
Well, not for me, but when my husband left, he had taken all the paperwork for a year, all his bills.
I remember that.
You remember?
I went in the backyard and was going through it.
And what he did was he'd thrown all the mail he'd gotten every day into large brown paper sacks, and they were piled all over the floor. And you know, all what I did was I started taking one sack at a time and started going through it, trashing what wasn't important, and then putting in a little neat pile what I needed to keep. And after I got through all the sacks and sorting through them, and I had my little pile, then I took them and did the file folder thing and did it like that.
And a good time to do that is just when you're sitting in front of the TV
Yeah, you can
or
sit in
watching
front-
us.
You know, you just find a play time. I like doing it in front of the TV because it gets, it's comfortable and it's not as boring as just sitting there going through paperwork. Now, my problem is I actually don't mind sorting through paperwork. I kind of like doing that
Me,
type
I'd
of
rather
thing.
stab my eyes out.
I know.
But
And see,
to put it in
I
perspective,
like sorting it and trussing it.
but to put it in perspective, this is all of our important papers from this year.
mine's
But-
about the same way. That's not that much.
Yeah, but yesterday, before Sue and Peter were coming, I was trying to find a receipt that I couldn't find, and I never did find it. I don't know what happened to it because I know I saved it. But I went through and sorted and got rid of all the receipts that I didn't need as I was looking through for the other receipt.
Yeah.
This is really comfy.
And I pared it down to this.
We were
So-
waiting for them to
yeah.
come. We had about 15, 20 minutes. Her and I were sitting there just jacking, and she had her folder out, and she was just tossing as we were talking. So, try not to make it too
Don't make it so complicated.
Just start one sack, one pile at a time.
Nice and warm.
Oh, Dave.
All right, everybody, let's see. Does anybody else have any questions? Throw it on here real quick and let me know. We are the authors of Dining on a Dime Cookbook. And Mom is the author of Penny Pinching Mama, 500 Ways I Saved on $500 a Month. Please buy our books. It helps have the life
Know that we're not
and pay for
any difference of somebody else.
Yeah.
So, probably be
Some things, like if you use Evernote, note about what the receipt. I'm not saying that you.
After a certain point, I don't need to save them for anything. Big ticket items and $10 above, important things. If I buy a can of coffee for $8, I'm not going to save that receipt. Because I'm going to use it. So look at your receipts carefully. And like I say, if you used a credit card to buy this stuff, you usually don't need. Or like Michael was saying with Home Depot, these places keep track of it.
except Walmart.
And if I go to a place like at Christmas, I'll stick all the receipts in an envelope in a little hidden spot at my desk for like a month from when I buy them till after everybody gets them. We make sure they're working.
Yeah, and then just toss them.
And then I toss them.
Yeah.
And then same thing if I go to the store and I buy some perishable items, just things you're gonna eat pretty quickly, I might leave the receipt in my car for a day or two and then throw it
and
away.
then get rid of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Happy New Year, Homestead Remembrance.
Happy New Year!
Oh,
Happy New Year!
yeah.
Oh,
H-
hey,
Yeah.
is anybody at the midnight point anywhere?
Anybody?
I don't know.
I guess that would be over the ocean right now, wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't.
know.
No, it'd be over
I
in
don't know.
Eastern.
Yeah. See. Okay, what do we do with Christmas cards? I throw them away. Unless they're from Mike or the kids, I throw them away.
What I do is some of them are really, really cute that I love so much. I throw everything away except the ones that are really cute because I wrap my packages the next year in tissue paper and I'll use some of the cute Christmas cards on the front of it.
Oh,
Remember my
And I
aunt?
throw them away.
Remember?
But Grandma came up with an idea last night. She said she had such cute Christmas cards people sent her. So she said, I'm going to cut off the one side where the writing is and save the front that's pretty. And she's going to send out postcards next year.
Yeah.
Remember,
Use them
I
as
used
postcards.
to go on like things like Open Office or something, and I used to make my own card for you guys. And
well, we've saved a couple of those.
Yeah,
we
I-
still have those.
He
printed
makes
up in
homemade
the
cards.
Special
I
With
saved
cards.
the special ones
Special.
from the kids and Mike, but I
But
don't
keep
save.
just a few. Not
Well, but there's a couple other things. We don't generally mail Christmas cards because most people get them and they say, "Oh, that's cool," and then they throw it away and they don't even remember who sent them. But also for other holidays, we don't gift. And the same thing for
was if you gave them a gift.
because that's what we've been finding.
Yeah,
gifts.
see,
Fine.
I like cards because recently I bought them a bag of I'll buy cheaper to buy their.
If I get a card and it's just tell me having to send the card.
Notice they're
Um,
gift tags too. I
in 13 mini years of school papers.
they really don't.
I used this
just-
story yesterday, but our niece came to live with us, and when we were cleaning out her house, the great big totes that are like this big, she had, it was like 6 or 8. It was ridiculous of every single school paper
6
she
or 8
ever,
totes like
yeah,
that?
she ever brought home. And we brought them up to the living room, and my niece looked at them. She said, "Let's just dump all of this." She said, "I don't care." And don't
And
go
see,
through
one
it.
time I was helping somebody clean out their closet, and it was like a 17-year-old, and his mom had saved boxes and boxes of school papers. He said, "What was she thinking saving these? The kids really don't want any of those things." But
Yeah.
somebody was asking about sheet music, how to organize sheet music. If you're pick out what you're really going to use and get rid of what you've never played or what you're not using. And then you could put it in, figure out categories for you. Like for my husband, he had a lot of music and taught us and stuff. Then we would put that in a separate file folder. And so you choose, what you use your music for different types of things and do it that way. Get rid of as much as you can and then do it that way.
VC said, loved your red Jello salad and cheese
Oh,
dip.
good.
Thank
Good,
you.
good.
Yeah.
Yum, that
I
is
love Uncle
definitely
Dave's
awesome.
cheese dip.
Yeah, Trudy, I'm sorry. We are having major issues today, and we're just trying to go
As
I
best
just
as we
had
can
research.
for
Yeah.
the moment.
Angie, for the kids' school, they
Yeah.
really do. Well,
I toss them at school. I don't
yeah,
even bring them
David
home.
tosses them at school. We will put occasional.
Unless it's like a really bad report card or something.
For the younger ones, when they're really
yeah, when they're
young.
younger,
It's like a really good
and it's an
report card.
important
Thing they
Christmas
drew
card
or something,
they
you
drew
hang it
for
on the
us.
refrigerator.
We hang it on the fridge, but then it goes away to
Mhm.
Like
the big trash can in the
at
sky.
school-
So
Oh,
If- Oh, sorry, Dave. If you really can't let it go, take a picture of it and then let it go. Do something like that.
Janelle says I have that were piles of papers on the table. Never seem to get to the sorting parts. If you're sitting and watching us, or you're sitting and watching TV, pick up a box and just start going.
Sorting.
Start doing it.
Just
It's not
Do
going to do
one
you
box
good.
at a time.
Yeah, it's not going to do you any good to sit and talk about it or watch us.
Don't
It's good
procrastinate.
to watch
do it.
us, but not instead of sorting it.
Okay, wait a minute. Watch us and sort at the same time.
There you go.
Sorry.
Yes,
In
Dave.
fact, send us a picture of what you're sorting while we're live, and that
Yeah.
would be cool.
Yeah.
Then we could cheer you on.
Says my daughter's artwork from nursery, and it says box. I don't know why, but then it says I don't know. I can't decide if I want to throw it. Artwork from nursery.
We keep,
But why
we keep
are
a
you
small
keeping
amount.
it?
We just keep a very small amount of those things.
You don't love your daughter any less by getting rid of her artwork.
Yeah.
Now, if you have to, you can string like a little piece of thin rope or something in their bedroom and use,
Thumbtacks?
no,
Clothespins.
clothespins. Oh, total blank. And use clothespins to clip onto that little line. And then when that line gets full and she brings another paper home, let her choose which one to get rid of and to hang that one up in place of. Do something like that. And you'll find she probably doesn't mind getting rid of something.
Yeah, Sylvia loves us too, dear.
Thank you, Sylvia. I
Somebody
appreciate
loves
that.
you. Somebody loves you.
I'm kidding. I know we're just the side act here. Penny, it's a tough lesson to learn that our memories do not live in things, but rather in people, in our minds and events. Exactly. Take
Yeah.
it. If something really means something special, take a picture of the kid holding the artwork.
It's funny because thing you did, but I occasionally will get a video of him talking to me about what it is and how it works. Mm-hmm. Because I figure in the future that would be more important to us than seeing a pile of things in a box.
And another thing, if you're spending all your time messing with trying to figure out with this stuff, you should be spending that time with the kids.
Yep.
I mean, really. And making your home
Your own
clutter-free
memories.
and comfortable for those kids to live in. That's more important than this pile of paper you're liable to put, in a box and never see.
So
Yes, Dave.
Jeb says if it's really important, you can frame your child's artwork from school. Like you framed my tree thingies.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
of course, trees of all things. but-
Yeah, we do I keep a couple.
I keep a few.
But if you keep everything, the few
Yeah.
that are really important mean nothing because they're just mixed in with everything. So,
Yeah. Ricky said, my husband hates it when I read a card and throw it away. He keeps them all. This Christmas we got rid of tons of old cards, but I was glad to have my great-grandma's last Christmas card she mailed. Exactly. If you're really close to your grandma and she sends you a card, keep those. But don't keep it from Great Aunt Martha or Cousin Louise that you never talked to.
yeah. Well, the
So-
perfect example of this was I just went through a whole box of stuff. I had probably 35 to 50 cards from Tara's baby shower when she was born. Okay, I'm thinking, what, 50 years later?
No! Thanks, Mother!
All these years later, I'd not looked at those one time in that whole 40 plus years.
You probably don't know who most of those people
well,
are
then I
anymore.
was looking at,
29, thank you.
I didn't know any of these people, almost all of them I didn't know on these cards. So what I did was I got rid of everything except the ones my two grandmas gave her. Those probably about 6 or 7, and that's it, because I knew those. Even the people that I maybe knew and I didn't think Tara knew, I just got rid of those. So that's what you do. That's how you know to get rid of the things.
Andrea just did the dishes while watching
You know,
the show.
I am so glad, because I'd
job.
rather you be doing, you know, I love it when you guys are doing stuff while you're watching us to get on top of.
Jake was having a seizure back there.
Jakey's theory says you can scan them into your computer and put it on a flash drive for minimal space.
You
Yeah,
can,
you
yeah.
If you
Yeah.
definitely want to keep it, you can
But
scan
don't
things.
waste the time scanning every single thing.
But actually, that's a good point about some things. Like I used to love to do genealogy, and there's a lot of paperwork that goes with genealogy, and I scanned those items, the ones that I needed for that research. Of course, I'm not doing it at the moment, so it's even better to have it. But like our library has a scanner, you can scan it for free. And so I scanned the things I thought were necessary and trashed the rest. And then, of course, there were some things like pictures that are actual photographs that I saved. But for the most part,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlene says you can photocopy artwork on special fabric and make a memory quilt.
Yeah,
Yes,
you could
that's
make a
good
memory
idea.
quilt is good.
Vicky says, for homeschoolers, I do advise you keeping their work for at least one school year in case you need to prove you homeschool. But at the end of the year, get rid of last year's work. I keep a 3-ring binder with sheet protectors for grade cards and a few examples. Yes, but
that's-
at the end of the year, get rid of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, exactly. And that's totally fine. So... yeah, tell friends don't bring back knickknacks from their vacation. Yeah. Hello, Karen.
We're
Ramona,
15
take
minutes.
some vitamin C and sleep.
Mom,
Mhm.
we're 15 minutes over our stream rate.
Okay.
Our average.
Charlene says she knits hat for missions while she watches us. Good. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Nice.
Oh, and Bonnie's making my chapstick. Yay. Yeah, Adele, I'm really feeling tired. Sorry, guys, I keep yawning. It's not the
Same.
conversation.
what it is her mom's putting her to sleep.
Oh,
Hey, at least it didn't
my
say
God.
my mother-in-law's putting me to sleep.
Oh, that's a
That's
low blow.
true.
Cindy says the hardest part is holding on to everything. Once you make yourself let it go, it's such a relief.
You'd be
guys
surprised. You think you can't do it, and once you do it, you won't miss it. You really won't.
Well, actually, it's funny because last night, I forgot who it was when we talked about getting rid of the yearbooks. She said, so I looked through my yearbooks and they give me bad memories. And I was
Yeah.
thinking,
Why
there
are
are a
you
lot of
keeping
things
it?
that people
Yeah.
keep that when they look at them, it reminds them of bad things.
Yeah.
Why would you even keep
And
that?
you guys just convinced me to toss everything in my junk bunk.
Oh,
Yeah.
good,
Okay,
good.
keep the bad memories. I have something I want to say about that. Let's
Bad
see.
memories?
Yeah. Rhonda said I went through my file folders and cleaned it out and made me feel so good. Thanks for the great info. I have a huge clear tote with pictures that I need to go through from when I was in school. Lots of doubles and people I don't talk to anymore. Suppose I need to go through that though. Ha ha from Tammy. Don't get rid of my picture.
Christine says you have to behave.
I have to behave?
Mm-hmm.
What am I
Yeah.
doing?
You're,
Being mean to your mother-in-law.
Oh,
Yes, Dave.
Jessica says
I'm kind
Jill-
of passive aggressive. I like say loving things and then I say mother-in-law things.
Yes, Dave.
Jessica
Not really.
Edwards says, Jill, you should stay another 6 months to get back at mine.
Yeah.
Oh.
That, oh, yeah.
Oh.
That would be
Oh,
good.
man.
That would be
Oh,
good.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's
Okay.
a good one.
So,
So I think most of you notice we hassle each other, but not in a hateful way, right?
No.
So-
I have something to say.
yes.
Oh dear. Are you
Speak
gonna
your grace.
rant? Are you gonna rant, or do we need
No, but on the keeping bad memories, why are you keeping memories of things that are bad? Like what somebody said, in high school, it was horrible and she kept her yearbook, but it just gave her bad memories. Don't keep that stuff.
Just because everybody keeps their yearbook doesn't mean you have to keep your yearbook.
Exactly.
You can get rid of this stuff. You have
I
permission.
think that's the
to
thing
get
for
rid of
most
it.
people. There are just a lot of things they think they're
They
expected
think
to
they're
keep.
supposed to keep,
That's
and
why,
you don't have
'cause,
to.
well, you were talking about Emily and having boxes of school stuff and things, but in our family growing up, it was kind of expected that every single one of those things is critically important and you
Yeah.
keep that. Nobody knew why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people do this stuff where there a lot of papers you keep. You do it because you think you're supposed to.
Well, and this goes further because someone asked, and we're not going to get into this deep. It's going to be a whole nother section on Mom's story, but someone asked, how do you not be bitter going through everything we went through. One of the things you do is you get rid of things, and not in a nasty way, but Mom could have had bitterness with Dad leaving and everything, but Mike and I were just, his parents tried to just slaughter us in court 2 years ago. And how you don't get bitter is to stop thinking about it all the time. And one thing for me when that happened, I had a couple of knickknacks that my mother-in-law had given me. I took them down and got rid of them because it brought back a bad memory for me. And every time I passed that clock or I passed that whatever it was, I would just be like, I can't believe they did this to us. And now I don't even, I'm not, if you have kids, don't display pictures of your ex, you know, like that. But
It's like I'm the person and have good memories, not bad necessarily. You know, there's nothing that says you have to keep this stuff. So.
No, Tammy, what was written on the back? I'm curious. So Teresa says, my mom passed away this August. What should I do with the sympathy cards my friends sent to me? It's from people or your
Don't
bank.
know that way. Got like 10 that really mean
In sympathy, loss, not at all about
some of them for a year till the hurt and the loss gets a little bit less, and then go through them and you can maybe get rid of them. My mom gave me all the cards, sympathy cards from my grandma's funeral. You know, I didn't know any of these people.
Well, and I think in that case,
But if it said something like your grandma did XXX and you want to remember that, that's
then
okay.
you can.
Yeah. But I think most people in that moment when you're struggling, they just want to let you know they are thinking about you or they care.
Yeah,
and
so
then
there's
once
no
that
reason,
moment is gone,
yeah, there's no reason to keep it.
yeah, that it served its purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So
She can holler at
I have some, so we're not going to go into it, but yeah, pretty much.
They have tried in the past, and it's just not.
It's been an ongoing problem.
Sometimes
We finally realized
you
that
can forgive people, but that doesn't mean you always have to keep up a relationship if it's going to keep hurting you, type of thing. So.
Yeah, we've had problems with them in the past and tried reconciling many times, and this last time it was like, you know what,
it was
sorry.
just clear that it was never going to be any different.
It was pushed over the edge.
So, let's see. Okay, where are we at? Trying to get through. My YouTube is not working very good here, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, guys, Lisa says to have safe travels home. She's going on Tuesday, so she'll be here for Monday's show.
Mm-hmm.
And what are we doing on Monday's show?
Don't know
I
now,
lost
'cause
my
we've done-
Are we
post-it.
still doing paperwork?
I don't know if we're doing paperwork.
We'll probably do how to deal with paperwork on Monday's show because
Although we covered a lot.
we covered a lot, but we'll do it again since it didn't get recorded correctly.
We could do the best
And-
of how to deal with paperwork.
Yeah. So, Dave was whispering, when can we finish? We're done, Dave.
Because it's been on for an hour and 20 something.
Are you tired?
Do you
All right,
but
guys.
do you get time and a half on the weekends? I don't know.
Oh, Dad. Shh. Don't tell him about time and a half on the weekends. Diane Dime Cookbook is Mom and I. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And 500 Ways I Lived on $500 a month. You can get them in the description below is the link.
Wait.
What?
Wait. If you're in the U.S., don't they have like a New Year's Eve parade thing or a New Year's parade thing?
Yeah, New Year's parade tomorrow. So,
Have fun with that.
tell everybody Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's. See you next year.
See you next year.
Happy New Year,
If
everybody.
it's already next year, that's
Yeah.
awesome too.
Yeah, it's already next year. Happy
Happy New Year. Bye-bye, everybody.
Oh, Donna says don't kick your mom out. We want to keep her.
That's sweet.
Actually, we wouldn't mind her staying longer.
Good. Have a good night, and don't drink and drive.
No, be careful,
Or if
everybody.
you're in Colorado, do anything else.
Be careful.
What about smoking fly? Well, never mind. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Guys. So Facebook is dead.